Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It is another frosty, chilly morning out here. My name is Darren, for those of you that are new. I'm the owner of Rental Ranch in Wichita, Kansas. We're a small family-owned outdoor power equipment business. We've been family-owned and operated since 1966. I took over as third-generation owner, and this channel is dedicated to my trials and tribulations and work of owning and running this place. Last week we worked on this gooseneck trailer, getting it redecked, and we finally got it finished up. We're out here at the trailer. Get this camera flipped around. Looking pretty good. Looks like Harold finished up all but that one screw over there, so we still need to finish that up, but everything else is screwed down and done. Still need to get it cleaned off. We've got to replace the axle caps for the oil bath axles on both sides, especially the other side's leaking pretty good. The trailer looks a lot better. There's no holes in the floor, so that's good. Still don't know that there's an easier way than what I've always done it, but that's how I've always done it. So that's kind of the only thing that comes to mind, is trying to skip those cross members that had screws in them previously, except for this very front one. Kind of don't have a choice. We got to get some screws in there somehow. Like I said earlier, if you guys have any ideas or ways to make that go easier, by all means, please let me know. So as I'm out here walking around, I see a couple other things that we got to get the guys to look at. Flat tire on this dump trailer. We still have a broken latch on one of these boom lifts. It's a transport latch. It just latches the boom down when towing it down the road. Let's see if I can get this. This latch right here is supposed to just latch up there while it's in transport to keep that boom from bouncing up and down. So I need to follow up on that and make sure we got one of those ordered. I know we'd talked about it. But that doesn't mean that we were able to actually get that ordered, or it hadn't shown up yet, one of the two. So we'll check on that. We got a flat tire on the dump trailer. I've got plenty of paperwork stuff I need to do, and I've got some BNI stuff that I need to follow up on from last week. So that'll kind of be what's going on this week, or at least today, and we'll gear up and see what's going on the rest of the week. I know we've got a new dingo that was out in the field for hurricane cleanup. They went down and did a contract. That's coming in later this week to get serviced up. They got back from that first contract. We're going to get it serviced up and back out to them. Shelton's got the boom lift back in from the engine replacement. They had some hydraulic leaks and some other things. Track frame pins that were wallered out and broken. We're still working through getting that thing back up and running for them. There's always something going on, so hang tight and we'll check back in here after a while and see what else we can get into. Appreciate you if you like and follow and subscribe. This is a new channel we're trying to do some different things on, and anyway, we appreciate having you here. If you got any questions, be sure and give us a comment, or you can visit us on the web at rentalranchwichita.com. Owen. Good morning, guys. Today's Friday. We're wrapping up this week's video, and I'm kind of doing a little walk around the lot here and see what some of the guys are up to. We've got some stuff we still need to organize and unload that came in on some semis. So kind of need to take scope of what everybody's involved in, because I cannot keep up. Raven and I are out here enjoying the weather. It's gotten to be pretty nice the tail end of this week. Spent a little time loading up the trailer for the home show that's coming up here the end of January. It'd be the 30th through the 2nd. Kind of windy and a little bit loud out here. Let me get turned away from the wind. Now you're looking in the sun, so that doesn't help. Anyway, we'll take a look at this trailer right quick. Shelton's been working on another boom lift for another customer. They lost or broke a hydraulic line up in the boom, and so he had to pull that whole line out. It was a 60 or a 56 foot long hydraulic line. He used a throw line for climbing to pull through the boom, and it looks like they just pulled up actually to get it loaded up. So we'll watch them load that up. We'll get this video wrapped up and we'll catch you next week. Where are you going? Happy Monday. Today is move-in day for the Wichita Area Builders Association Home Show. For those of you that are new here, my name is Darren. I'm the owner of Rental Ranch. We're an outdoor power equipment business, sales, service, parts, and rental located in Wichita, Kansas. I'm the third generation owner. We've been family owned and operated since 1966. You're going to tag along with us today while we get set up for the home show. That's the first trade show we've been in for quite a while. We used to do quite a few of them years back and kind of took a break from that. But this year is our first year back in some of these trade shows. We've got a trailer load of equipment on my truck, and Rick, our salesman's got the boom lift and some other stuff in his. So hang tight, we'll get down there, get in line, and we'll try to record as much as we can getting this set up. We don't have a whole lot of time in our time slot to do this, but we'll see how much we can get accomplished and record at the same time. So thanks for joining, and we'll check back soon. Hey guys, welcome back. This morning is Saturday. It's very windy out here. I don't know if this audio will come across, but we are working on building the deck at the house. We wanted to build a deck off the front side of this house here, and I'll show you why in a second. We're gonna take that window out, which leads into our master bedroom. We're gonna take that window out and put a sliding door in there, and we'll have a deck off the front of the house here, which might seem a little odd, but for us, the front of our house overlooks this crop field. The nearest house over there is about a quarter mile away to his driveway. So we don't really have neighbors to watch us in our front yard, which is nice. and we enjoy the view out to the west in the evening. So we're going to build a deck off the front of the house. It's going to be a 20 by 20. Well, part of it will be covered eventually. It's not going to connect to the roof line. It'll be separate, kind of like a gazebo freestanding roof structure thing. So I've been doing some grading. You might have saw in some of the past videos we had torn the steps out, or what little bit of a porch landing we had. In the snow videos, I think it showed some of that in the background. Anyway, got all that mess cleaned up, hauled off, and then had to fix the grading here because of the height of the deck and the way the grade falls to the driveway. I got busy early this morning grading and forgot to set the camera up, but I used a rotary laser to set the grade. We've got about 1.5 inch fall from the house to the driveway, which is like 28 foot. Should be good enough to get the water to run away and not collect under the deck. So I'm gonna set up a time lapse here. I've got the ground marked roughly where the 20-foot mark is from the house. We're gonna set up some stakes and batter boards and then start pulling string lines. So we'll set the time lapse up and check back once we get that done. Okay, here's what I got so far. You'll see in the video I haven't squared this yet. We'll end up pulling a tape measure from the corner to here and then back, so we'll measure the triangle to check the square, and we'll do that both ways. I'm assuming that the front of the house is straight and square along the corner because that's what we're gonna square the deck to. So I didn't measure that from a known point off in the distance or anything, so I'm just pulling off of the house. And you'll see I kind of got these screws shot in here underneath the siding, where we're going to end up be pulling that siding into some of that backer board. And so it's not exactly lined up with the edge of the house. Thank you, Raven, for pulling on the string. But it gets me really, really close. So I can compensate for that 2 or 3 inches that's up under there to measure square at least, or we can pull it over there while we're measuring. So anyway, it comes out to this first board. There's my 20-foot mark on the ground. And then it'll come to this first screw that I've got set in there. And then it'll pull over. We just slack line the same string instead of cutting it or anything. Just slack line over to this screw. And then it'll take off up to the other board. And we'll end up doing the same thing down here, where it goes into this first screw, which should be somewhere in the neighborhood of that 20-foot mark from the house. And then we'll slack line this again over to here, put another screw, and then shoot it back to the house. That way we end up with basically, well, it will be a square. We just have to measure the triangles to make sure that it's a perfect 90 degrees. So it's awful windy out here for trying to pull string lines and measure, especially by myself today. So I just kind of wanted to get the rough version of it started. I don't think I'll be pulling any measurements or actually squaring it up. Hopefully tomorrow's a little less windy. I need to get this squared and marked so that I can mark all of my piers that are going to support the deck. So we'll touch base when we get a little more work done. I want to give you an update. We're going to video at the home show today. It is, I think, February 1st today. Yep. Today is February 1st. We're going to video at the home show Saturday. Today and tomorrow are the last 2 days of the home show. We'll catch you back once we get there and show you a little bit of what's going on around there. Hey guys, good Sunday morning to you. Today is February 2nd. I'm not sure when you'll be watching this. I think Riley should get this put up later in the week. We are headed into the home show early this morning. It's the final day of the home show. So I've got to get the trailer hooked up to the truck and get down there early enough that there's a spot to park, because there's very limited parking around Century 2 here in Wichita. And Trying to get a truck and trailer parked in there when everybody else is already parked in there is going to be next to impossible. Plus, there's only really one good way to turn out of there with that long trailer, so I kind of got to get myself lined up for that. So I'm headed into the shop early. It's about 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. Head into the shop, get the trailer hooked up, get down there, get parked, and then I'll have some time to kill before the show starts. Should be a pretty good day. It's Kids Day, so they're going to have face painting and some animals from Tanganyika and whatnot. If you haven't been to the home show, it's a pretty good time. I think you ought to try to get out to it next year. I expect to have a booth in it again next year. I don't see a reason why we won't. We had a pretty good day yesterday on Saturday, got some good leads and whatnot, and I think a lot of the other vendors did too. So we'll check back in with you here shortly and get some more video shot of inside the home show if we get a chance. And we'll kind of show you the process of loading everything out of there and the madhouse that can be. So appreciate you joining. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Help us grow this channel so we can keep putting out more content and get back into doing some how-tos here soon. So thanks again. Good morning. Today is Sunday, the final day of the home show. You guys won't be seeing this until next week, but we've had a pretty good turnout. We're excited for how the shows went. First couple of days were a little slow, but yesterday was pretty busy. We had some good interest, and I think that today's going to be good again. We appreciate any of your comments. If you have any suggestions or other shows you think we ought to look at in the Wichita area, please let us know. You can drop a comment below and be sure and like and subscribe. We'll get some more videos put out for you and show you more of what's going on. Hey guys, I wanted to check in real quick and show you something I think is pretty darn cool. Huff's Tree Service, they're a great customer of ours. They've been with us for a lot of years. I love it when our customers support us as much as we try to support them, and I gotta shout them out. They came out with this idea yesterday, and I wanna flip this camera around and show you real quick. So they purchased their dingo from us, but while it's sitting here in their booth, he came up with the idea that we could put a rental sign on it, and when people ask him about it, he can give them our flyer. How cool is that? They're willing to support us even in their own booth when they're trying to promote their business, and I think that's just awesome. So I wanted to give them a quick shout out, tell them how much I appreciate that, and show off their booth real quick, because that's just pretty darn cool if you ask me. Thanks guys. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready. 3, 2, 1.
There he is. Stop it. Drop that. Hey, let go of that.
All right, guys. Looks like we have Belinda Anderson. Belinda Anderson, come see us today at the home show. Pick up the TV. Thank you. Perfect. We're good. All right.
Better?
Good job. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Of course. That was fun.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That was great.
Have a good day.